Chosen ones, God can no longer keep this from you because it's occurring right now. A revelation from above is taking place and you're the one in the middle of it. This is more than a moment. It's a seismic moment. A heavens declared update. Something phenomenal is bursting through and it's for you. Hold everything. Pay attention. Your life is going to become something you never imagined. The Creator has been telling you the truth for a long time through signs, dreams, and things that seemed too good to be an accident. You sensed it as something stirring in your heart, an enticement to something greater. That was not imagination. That was God getting you ready for what is yet to come. A door is opening, a door that only you can step through. It's not by chance. It's not coincidence. It's your destiny, ordained by divine hands, and it's about to burst wide open. Imagine a river that's been dammed for years. Its strength growing, biding its time until it breaks and floods the valley below. That's you at the moment. The dam is cracking. The waters of plenty, purpose, and change stand ready to flow through. God has been restraining this. Not to withhold from you, but to make you ready. Your heart, your soul, your very essence needed to be prepared for the greatness that is on the way. And now you are. This is not for little blessings. This is for a tidal wave of blessing. Financial miracles that will leave you in awe. Soul-soul relationships. Health that feels like a miracle. The things you've prayed for, cried over, and clung to in the dead of night, they're not just arriving. They're already here. God's timing is perfect. And this is your time to receive what He's been waiting on you to be ready for. You've walked through fire to arrive at this place. Consider it. Those times that you were alone, when the world had turned against you, when each step was heavier than the last, those weren't punishment. They were training. God was refining you, sharpening your faith, teaching you to stand when all else fell apart. You didn't crack. You didn't quit. That's why this moment belongs to you. You've shown you can bear the burden of His blessings. And now let's discuss what's in store. Imagine waking tomorrow morning with the knowledge your financial woes are in the past. Not just simplified, but eliminated. Envision your body being stronger, your mind being sharper, your heart being lighter. This is no fantasy. It's a guarantee. God's word states in Psalm 37 verse 4, "Take delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart." Your desires aren't coincidences. He's planting them and He's ready to make them live. But let me tell you something. God's blessings don't land on your lap. You have to take them. That is why I'm telling you to stop right now and do something simple. Click that like button. It's not a button. It's an instruction to the universe that you are ready. And leave a comment with the number 777 below. That number is imbued with divine power, an affirmation that you're on God's plan. Do it now, chosen one, and continue listening. This is your message. What sets you apart? Why are you being called upon? Because you're not like the rest. You never were. Even when you were uncertain, God witnessed the light within you. You're His chosen, destined for a purpose that differentiates you. The world may not notice yet, but they will. When the blessings begin to flow, when your life changes, they'll be wondering what happened. They'll catch sight of God's hand on your life. Unmistakable and brilliant. Think of Joseph. Sold as a slave, in prison, forgotten by those he served. Did he quit? No. He believed in God's plan even when it seemed impossible. And then in one day, prisoner to king. That kind of turn is coming your way. One moment, one appointment by God, one open door, and life is rearranged. Your prison is not a cell. It's the struggles you endured, and your breakthrough is nearer than you realize. You may be asking, why now? Because God's timing is always perfect. The world is turning. Energies are converging. The heavens are shifting to get you into your season of prosperity. This is an emergency message because you must know the doors are opening. Opportunities you cannot even dream are being created. Individuals who will raise you up are being sent to you. The mystery God's been hiding. It's your time to emerge. Don't allow fear to creep in. The enemy will attempt to whisper lies, informing you this is too good to be true, that you are not worthy, that it's not for you. Turn those voices off. You are worthy because God declares you are. You are chosen because He called you. Isaiah 41 verse 9 states, I took you from the ends of the earth. From its farthest corners, I called you. I said, you are my servant. I have chosen you and have not rejected you. That's your truth. You hold on to it. Now picture this. A life where you don't merely survive. You thrive. Where every step feels directed, every decision bright, every minute full of purpose. This is what God is leading you to. Not only money, not only health, but a life so abundant that it spills over into the lives of people around you. Your success will inspire. Your healing will encourage. Your ascension will demonstrate to the world what God is capable of doing. Take a second and sense that. Close your eyes if you need to visualize the life God is getting ready for you. See the doors open, the chains shatter, the blessings overflow. This is not a dream. It's your future. God's promise in Jeremiah 29:11 guarantees. I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to hurt you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And that future has arrived. It's occurring. And here's more. This change is not merely for you. It's for those you live with, your family and friends, the ones who are looking to you to give them hope. When God blesses you, it has a ripple effect. Your abundance will lift others. Your strength will empower them. Your faith will demonstrate to them what is possible. You're not merely a chosen one. You're a beacon, a light that God is using to transform lives. So, then, what do you do now? You stand ready. You don't need to pursue this blessing. It is on the way to you. But you must get your heart ready. Release the past. Forgive the people who wronged you. Let go of the fears that imprison you. God's scripture in Philippians 3:13 states, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. That's your call. Leave the old behind. Step into the new. And while you're preparing, do this. Subscribe and become a part of thousands of select souls traveling this journey with you. Your support keeps the message going, reaching others who need to hear it too. Subscribe now and stick with me. There's more God wants you to understand. This is God's secret. It's not wealth or health. It's purpose. You were born for something greater than you. Each trial, each tear, each moment of uncertainty brought you to this place. You're not accidental. You're not coincidental. You're a divine appointment selected by God to hold His light in a world that so desperately needs it. Consider Esther, a young girl, an orphan, sent to a palace for a purpose she had no idea about. When the time arrived, she put everything on the line to save her people. That's you. You're in this moment for a purpose. God's been getting you ready, not only for your own breakthrough but to be a vessel for His glory. Your story will touch lives. Now, let's address the urgency. This isn't a someday message. This is now. Heaven is stirring. The opportunities are falling into place. The blessings are about to flow. You may already feel it. A restlessness, feeling that something is about to happen big time. That's God ruffling up your spirit, calling you to prepare. Don't dismiss it. Don't downplay it. This is your time. You may be saying, I've been promised things before. Why should I believe this? Because this isn't about hollow words. This is about God's truth. Remember back in your life. Every time you believed you, didn't God appear? Every time the door closed, didn't He open another? That is not luck. That is divine favor. And it's going to take place again, bigger than before. Here's what you need to do. Remain open. Look for the signs. That surprising call, that new relationship, that unexpected opportunity. Those are not accidents. They're God's hand in action. Be prepared to answer yes when the time arrives. Be courageous. Be fearless. God's promise in Joshua 1 verse 9 is, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. He's with you now. And one more thing, comment with 777 below. It's a signal to the heavens that you're taking this moment. It's a statement that you're prepared for what God has planned. Do it now, Anointed One, and have your eyes open. The secret's out, and it's all yours. This isn't about what's next. It's about who you're becoming. God's not just altering your situation. He's changing you. You're becoming a part of yourself that's stronger, wiser, brighter. The world will notice. They'll see the light in your eyes, the swagger in your step, the calm in your heart. That's God's work in you breaking through. Consider David, a shepherd boy that everyone passed over. But God saw something everyone else didn't. He was more than just a boy with a sling. He was a king in the making. That's you. The world may not see it yet, but God does. He's shaping you into someone who will make an impact. Someone who will demonstrate His strength to the world. And this shaping, it's not for display purposes only. It's for a reason. God's getting you ready to lead, to inspire, to heal. Your life will be testimony, a living evidence of what occurs when you believe Him. They will look at you and say, how did this happen? And you'll point to God because this is His work, not yours. Now think about the difference when your finances change. You'll be able to give, to build, to create. When your health is restored, you'll have the energy to chase your dreams. When your heart is healed, you'll love in ways you never thought possible. This is bigger than you. It's about God's kingdom moving through you, touching lives, changing futures. So, stand firm. The enemy will try to distract you. He'll throw doubt, fear, even temporary setbacks. But those are just noise. God's promise is louder. His plan is stronger. Romans 8 verse 31 says, "If God is for us, who can be against us? No one. Not the enemy, not your past, not your fears. You're unstoppable because God is with you. And this is the best part of it. God's not expecting you to do it on your own. He's leading every step. When you're weak, He's your strength. When you're confused, He's your clarity. When you're exhausted, He's your rest. You're not bearing this change on your own shoulders. It's His might operating through you, the impossible made possible. Now, stop again. Feel the burden of this moment. This is not only a video. It's a divine message given to you at the very moment you needed to hear it. God's secret is out. And it's this. You are His chosen and your breakthrough is now. Claim it. Believe it. Step in it. And as you step in, do this one thing. Subscribe to be among thousands of chosen one souls standing in faith with you. Your support broadcasts this message, lighting the way for others. Hit that subscribe button, now, and hang in there with me. God's not finished speaking. This awakening isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a process. Daily, God's unfolding more of His plan. Each step He's molding you into the individual He designed you to be. You may not see the whole yet. But believe this. Each piece is fitting into place. Each second is bringing you further toward your calling. Consider Noah. The world mocked him constructing an ark in the middle of dry land. But he believed God's voice above the world's clamor. And, when the rains arrived, he was prepared. That's you today. The world may never get it, but you're creating something sacred. You're getting ready for the blessing flood that God's gonna pour out. And this is what's arriving along with those blessings. Freedom, freedom from stress, freedom from scarcity, freedom to live the life God intended for you. Not a life of scarcity, but a life of abundance. Deuteronomy 28 verse 2 states, "All these blessings shall come on thee, and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God." Listen to His call. Trust His plan. The blessings are already in motion. You may feel like you're not ready, like you're not enough, but that is far from true. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. You're enough because He chose you. You're ready because He's preparing you. Each step you've ever taken, each lesson you've ever learned has been constructing you for this moment. Now, let's discuss the signs. They're everywhere. That one who suddenly reached out, that door that opened suddenly, that sense in your belly that says, "This is it." Those are God's fingerprints. He's moving, aligning, preparing. Don't dismiss them. Don't question them. They're your assurance that this is real. And when these blessings arrive, they will not only change you, they'll change everything. Your family will be impacted. Your community will notice it. Your life will be a living testimony of God's might. People will look at you and they'll recognize something divine happening. Your testimony will inspire faith, ignite hope, and demonstrate the world what God is capable of. Chosen ones, this moment of divine is not just a spark. It's a fire that's going to burn your whole life to a purpose. God's secret is being revealed, and it's rewriting your narrative. You're not standing at a crossroads. You're entering a divine highway where every mile is signed by His blessing. The heavens are positioning to pour out blessings that will redefine your reality. And you're the one, called to carry this glory. Consider your life today. You may see strife, bills accumulating, or hopes that seem unattainable. But God sees differently. He sees a canvas in anticipation of His masterpiece. All the trials you've endured, all the tears you've cried, all the times you thought you couldn't continue, those were brush strokes building toward the beauty He's going to unveil. Your life is not chaos. It's a masterpiece, and God's just about to reveal it. This has nothing to do with minor adjustments. This has to do with a total transformation. Imagine a house, old and dingy, now being rebuilt from the ground up. That's what God's doing with you. Your finances, they're being remade. Your health, it's being rejuvenated. Your relationships, they're being realigned. This is God's vow in Isaiah 6 verse 17. Instead of shame, you will have a double portion. And in place of dishonor, you will celebrate your inheritance. Your double portion is arriving. You've walked through seasons when you felt invisible, as if your efforts counted for nothing. But God saw each step. He counted each prayer. He heard each cry. Those times were not wasted. They were seeds sown in fertile ground. Now the harvest arrives. The blessings you've been expecting are breaking through, and they're greater than you ever thought. This is your time to harvest what God has planted in you. And here's the reality. You're not only being blessed. You're becoming a blessing. God's not merely providing you with riches to squander. He's providing you with means to build. He's not merely restoring your health. He's making you strong enough to raise others. Your change is a chain reaction. When you rise, you lift others up alongside you. Your light will shine so bright, it'll lead those who are lost in the dark. Take a minute and do this. Click that like button. It's a message to the universe that you're prepared to receive. And comment with 777 below. That number has divine power, proclaiming that you're walking into God's plan. Do it now, chosen one, and hang in there with me. There's more you need to know. Consider Moses. This man had a past tainted, questionable, running from his failures. But God didn't see a fugitive. He saw a leader. When Moses appeared before the burning bush, everything changed. That's you today. You're standing in front of your own burning bush. A holy encounter that's changing your course. God's calling on you to lead, not lag, to create, not simply survive. This mystery God's unveiling, it's about your authority. You are not merely a spectator in your life. You are a co-creator with God. He is providing you with the keys to open doors that you didn't even know were there. Opportunities for wealth, for influence, for joy, they're all available. John 10:10 says, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." That full life is not a distant possibility. It's your reality beginning today. You may be thinking, "I've messed up. I've failed. Can this really be for me?" Yes, it can. God doesn't select perfect people. He selects willing hearts. Consider Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times. Did God reject him? No. He constructed his church upon Peter's faith. Your history doesn't disqualify you. It equips you. Every fall taught you strength. Every failure constructed your resiliency. You're prepared for this. Imagine entering a space and everyone paying attention to you, not because of what you have on but because of the light you possess. That's what's occurring. God's favor is magnetizing you. People will be attracted to you. Business partners, mentors, friends who share your purpose. Not about pride. This is about God's glory pouring out through you. You'll be speaking before you ever say a word. And this transformation, it's not temporary. It's forever. God's not giving you a band-aid. He's creating a legacy. The wealth that's going to come your way, it's not just for you. It's for generations. The healing you're experiencing will cause others to yearn for their own. The peace you're entering will soothe those around you. You're not rewriting your life, you're rewriting the world. Here's what you need to know. The enemy will attempt to disrupt this. He'll send distractions, doubt, fear, even individuals who question your ascension. But those are simply tests. You've encountered worse, and you're still standing. Ephesians 6:12 states, "Our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the powers of this dark world." You're not fighting people. You're overcoming darkness. And with God, you've already won. So what's next? Stay alert. God's moving fast now. That idea that popped into your head, act on it. That person who crossed your path, pay attention. That feeling in your gut, trust it. These are God's signs leading you to your breakthrough. Don't think too much. Don't hesitate. Walk forward in faith and see the doors swing open. And one more thing, subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen one souls in faith with you. Your support makes this message live, touching those who need it. Subscribe now and stick with me. God's got more to share. This change isn't so much about what you'll receive, it's what you'll be. God's molding you into a vessel of His power. You're not merely getting blessings. You're bearing His presence. With every step you take, every word you say will be for His glory. You're becoming a living testimony, a testament that God keeps His promises. Consider Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be consumed, but God closed the mouths of the lion. That's you. The things that were going to kill you, debt, sickness, betrayal, can't touch you now. God's hand is upon you, covering you, exalting you. What appeared to be your demise is merely the beginning of your victory. And here's the strength of this moment. You're not waiting for God to act. He's already doing it. The secret He couldn't keep. It's that your breakthrough is imminent. The plans He has made for you are unmovable. Psalm 138. 8 declares, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me." Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. That's your promise. God's love doesn't quit, and neither will you. Now imagine this. A life where fear no longer paralyzes. Where you rise up every morning knowing you're following God's plan. Where every struggle is merely a stepping stone to something better. That's not a vision. That's your destiny. God's rewriting your narrative. And it's a narrative of triumph, prosperity, and unbreakable faith. You may sense the gravity of this moment, the urgency of it. That's not fear. That's expectation. Your spirit knows what's ahead. It's why you're listening to this message, why you're here. God speaking directly to you, calling you to come into your purpose. Don't shrink back. Don't doubt. You were born for this. And when these blessings arrive, they'll arrive quickly. Like a flood, they'll wash away the old and usher in the new. Financial freedom that allows you to breathe. Relationships that overflow your heart. Purpose that ignites your soul on fire. This is what God's been preparing for all this time. And it's why He just couldn't keep this to Himself anymore. Chosen ones. The revelation God's sharing is a flame in your bones. A holy spark that's burning every corner of your existence. This is not simply a promise. This is a transformation already underway. You're not anticipating a miracle. You're living one. The heavens are rearranging and God's hand is moving you to put you right where you're supposed to be. Your life is a work of art of His making. You've borne a load for far too long. Concerns about finances, health, or meaning. But God's declaring, it's time to put them down. Imagine a traveler burdened by a heavy pack, reaching at last to a place of rest. That's what you're experiencing now. God lifting those weights, not because you've deserved it, but because He's selected you for a lighter path. Your struggles aren't your story anymore, they're the prologue to your victory. This moment is about alignment. God putting you in sync with His rhythm. Imagine a clock. Its gears clicking into place after years of being off. That's your life right now. All decisions, all connections, all opportunities are falling into place with divine order. Psalm 23 verse 3 states, "He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness." For His name's sake, you're on that path and it's leading to abundance. You can't see the big picture yet, but have faith in this, God's already operating behind the scenes. That unexpected job offer, that quiet peace in your heart, those are His fingerprints. He's weaving into place moments that will reshape everything. You're not pursuing blessings, they're pursuing you. Remain open, remain faithful, and see how quickly things swing around. And here's what makes you different. You're not just benefiting from God's favor, you're reflecting it. Your life is now a reflection of His glory. When others look at you, they will not only see success, they will see something divine. Your smile, your confidence, your peace. All testaments of God's work. You are not only blessed, you are a blessing, a living testament of His might. Stop right there and do this. Like this post. It is a message to the universe that you're taking ownership of this moment. And respond with 777 below. That number holds spiritual power, a statement that you're prepared for God's purpose. Do it now, chosen, and continue to hear. There's more to hear. Consider Ruth, a woman who had lost everything, her house, her husband, her security. But she opted for faith instead of despair. She obeyed God's direction and it led her to a field where destiny lay in wait. That's you. You're standing in your own field of favor. God's guiding you to places, people, and opportunities that will rewrite your future. Trust His leading even if it feels unfamiliar. This secret God's sharing. It's about your influence. You're not just meant to survive. You're meant to shape the world around you. Your words, your actions, your faith, they carry weight. People are watching even when you don't realize it. Your testimony will motivate someone to keep on going, to have faith again, to believe God's plan. You're not living for yourself, you're living for others. You may feel plain sometimes, like you don't matter, but that is a lie. God doesn't select the plain. He makes the plain plaintastic. Read about Gideon, a man cowering in fear, called a mighty warrior by God. That is you. God sees what you can't. Your power, your potential, your destiny. He's calling it out at this moment. And it's time to step into it. Now, imagine this. A life in which each morning is a do-over. Where you wake up knowing God has you covered. Where fear doesn't get to make the decisions, but faith does. That's what's around the corner. John 16 verse 33 states, "You will face trouble in this world. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." God's already won your battles. Your task is to walk in His triumph. And this change, it's tangible. It's not spiritual cotton candy. Look for checks in the mail. Look for doors opening in your career. Look for your body to be stronger, your mind sharper. God's blessings are not mystical. They're real, concrete, life-altering. He's not offering a feeling. He's offering a new reality. Prepare to see it happen. The devil will attempt to disrupt this. He'll bring confusion, delays, even the doubters. But those are merely distractions. You battled greater giants. And 1 Samuel 17 verse 45 tells us, David spoke to the Philistine, "You come to me with sword and spear and scimitar, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty." Your power is that. God's name is your shield, your strength, your victory. So, what do you do now? Keep moving. That venture you've been afraid to take it. That dialogue you've not dared approach it. That prayer you've been too weary to pray, utter it. God's stirring and He needs you to stir along with Him. Every step you take by faith gets you closer to the breakthrough He's promised. And one more thing, sign up to join thousands of chosen one spirits traveling this path along with you. Your donation keeps this word out there, touching others who need it. Click that subscribe button now and ride with me. God's got more to show. This isn't about what's going on now. It's about where you're headed. God's secret is a map that leads you to a future greater than your past. Every dream you've hidden, every hope you've placed on hold, God's bringing them back to life. He's not only putting back what was lost. He's providing for you more than you ever dreamed. Consider Lazarus, dead 4 days. Bound in grave clothes. Jesus didn't simply resurrect him. He gave him life again. That's you. Those things you thought were dead, your dreams, your confidence, your joy, are being revived. God's calling you out of the tomb into a future that glimmers with His glory. And here's the important part. Your faith is the spark. Hebrews 11:6 states, "Without faith, it is impossible to please God because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him." Your belief at this moment right now is unlocking the reward God's prepared. Keep seeking Him. Keep believing. Your reward is here. Now picture the effect of your emergence when you enter God's plan. It's not only your life that is transformed. Your family will experience the spillover. Your workplace will catch your peace. Your community will notice God's move. You are not merely an individual. You are a movement. A living indication of what God can do when you respond to His invitation. You may find yourself wondering, how do I know this is for me? Because you're here. You're listening. Your heart is stirring. That's not coincidence. It's divine. God's word in Romans 8 verse 30 says, "Those He predestined, He also called. Those He called, He also justified, those He justified, He also glorified." You're called, you're justified. And now you're being glorified. Chosen ones, God's secret is a melody playing in your soul. A victory song that's swelling in intensity. This is not only a season of change. It's a heavenly symphony orchestrated by the Creator Himself. Every melody, every beat is meant to sweep you into a new season of power and purpose. You're not simply hearing this, you're experiencing it. And the symphony of your destiny is about to swell. You've trudged through valleys where shadows stretched out long. Perhaps it was a loss of a job, a shattered relationship, or an aspiration that passed you by. But those low points weren't your demise. They were your preparation ground. God was instructing you on perseverance, training you to stand when the earth trembled. Now you're ascending the mountain. And the vista at the summit is stunning. Your breakthrough is the top, and you're close. This divine change is all about clarity. Imagine it's a foggy morning and you can hardly see the road in front of you, then suddenly the fog just disappears and everything's crisp, clear, alive. That's what God is doing in your life. He's removing the haze of doubt, confusion, fear, and giving you a vision that's so sharp it illuminates your way. Psalm 119:105 states, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." His light is guiding you. You may feel that you've been forgotten, that all that you've done has gone unnoticed. But God notices everything. He knows the nights you stayed awake praying. The sacrifices you made in secret, the faith you clung to when nothing was rational. Those were not taken for granted. They were investments. And now the payoff is arriving larger than you could have imagined. God's going to reveal to the world what He's been constructing in you. And here's the strength of this moment. You're not merely on the rise. You're shining. Your life is becoming a beacon, a signal to others that God's promises are true. When you enter a room, people will sense it. The calm, the strength, the power of the divine that you embody. You're not only transforming your own life. You're igniting others' change. Your triumph will be their inspiration, your trust, their hope. Stop what you're doing now and do this. Like this video. It's a commitment to the universe that you're ready for what's on the horizon. And comment with 777 below. That figure is sacred power, an indicator that you're in line with God's plan. Do it now, chosen, and remain with me. There's more God has for you to hear. Consider Nehemiah, charged with reviving a shattered city. The walls stood broken, the people dismayed. But he never lost faith. He trusted God's voice. And brick by brick, he rebuilt what was shattered. That's you. Your life may seem like shattered walls, money, relationships, dreams shattered. But God's giving you the pieces to put back together. And what you create will be stronger than ever. This key God's showing you, it's about your legacy. You're not living for the moment. You're sowing seeds, for tomorrow. The prosperity flowing your way. It's not only for you. It's for your children, your neighborhood, your future, the healing you are receiving. It's to bless others with what can be done. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 tells us, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Your time is now and it's beautiful. You may be asking yourself, what if I'm not ready? You are. God doesn't call you before you are ready. Every problem you had was preparation. Every tear was a lesson. Every step was a test you passed. You're not entering this blindly. You're entering it with God's strength. He's been preparing you for this very moment, and you're more prepared than you know. Now, picture this. A life where every choice feels directed. Every step intentional, where you don't second-guess yourself because you know God's in it with you. That's what's happening. Your strength isn't in you. It's in His promise. Isaiah 40 verse 31 states, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." You're going to soar, chosen one. And this isn't just about you. It's about the ripple effect. When God blesses you, it spills over. Your financial breakthrough will finance dreams, yours and others. Your newfound health will encourage someone to keep on going. Your refreshed faith will ignite a spark in someone who has lost hope. You're not merely an individual. You're a movement spreading God's glory wherever you are. The enemy will attempt to extinguish this light. He'll send in doubts, distractions, even moments that challenge your determination. But they're merely shadows. You've traversed darker spaces and emerged shining. 2 Corinthians 4:8:9, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed." You're unbreakable because God's with you. So, what's your next move? Stay expectant, watch for the signs. A phone call, an idea, a connection that feels like divine timing. These aren't random. They're God's hand at work. Trust your gut. Act with courage. Each step you make today is getting you one step closer to the life that He has promised. Don't wait. Your time is now. And something else, subscribe to become part of thousands of chosen one hearts journeying on this path alongside you. Your support keeps this message living, coming to those who need it the most. Press that subscribe button now and remain alongside me. God has more to say. This is about emerging into your power. You're not merely a part of God's plan. You're a cooperator. He's empowering you to create, to build, to transform lives. Your voice has value. Your actions bear consequence. Every decision you make now is determining not only your future, but the future of the people around you. You're a co-creator with the Creator himself. Imagine Deborah, a judge and prophetess who ruled with wisdom and bravery. She didn't ask for permission. She obeyed God's call and moved. That's you. God is calling you to lead like you. Perhaps in your household, your workplace, your neighborhood. You don't require a job title to create change. Your faith, your light, your obedience, that will do. And this is what's next. A life of abundance. Not just sufficient to scrape by, but better than sufficient to give, to develop, to flourish. Malachi 3 verse 10 states, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." That's God's promise to you. The floodgates are opening. You may feel a stirring, a restlessness in your spirit. That's not doubt. It's destiny calling. Your soul knows what's coming. It's why you're here, why you're listening. God speaking directly to you, telling you to prepare. This is not a time to shrink back. It's a time to stand upright, to take what belongs to you, to boldly enter the life He has created. And when these blessings arrive, they'll come in surges. One day you'll notice a financial change, debts paid, doors opened. The next you'll sense a calm that grounds you. Then relationships fall into place, connecting you with people who support and encourage you. This is not a one-time occurrence. It's a waterfall of God's blessing changing every aspect of your life. Chosen ones, God's secret is a wind at your back driving you toward a horizon of promise. This isn't a passing breeze. It's a holy gale sweeping you into a season where every step feels directed. Every moment filled with purpose. You're not just going forward. You're being pushed by God's hand into a future that's radiating His glory. You've been carrying questions in your heart. Why things occurred, why dreams were postponed, why the journey seemed so difficult. But those questions weren't obstacles. They were roadside markers. Every one directed you to this place, where God's about to bring answers that will change the way you think. What felt like chaos was His design, preparing you for a breakthrough that's bigger than your imagination. This divine moment is about restoration. Picture a garden once overgrown and neglected, now tended with care. That's your life. God's pulling weeds fear, doubt, pain, and planting seeds of hope, strength, and joy. Joel 2 verse 25 states, "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the years you thought were lost." God's restoring them, multiplied, spilling over with His goodness. You may have felt like you've been in the desert, parched for change, but God's bringing you to an oasis. The aridness is coming to an end. The deprivation is over. Doors of finances are opening. Relationships are mending. Your spirit is being renewed. This isn't a far-off hope. It's happening now. God's timing is divine. And He's declaring, your season of abundance has begun. And here's what makes this empowering. You're not merely getting, you're giving off. Your life is turning into a signal to the world that God's word works. When you speak, men listen. When you move, things change. Your presence has authority because it's rooted in heaven. You're not merely existing. You're changing what's around you. Take a moment right now and do this. Give that like. It's a message to the universe that you're willing to accept this moment. And leave a comment with 777 below. That number carries divine power. A testimonial that you're in harmony with God's plan. Do it now, chosen one, and stay with me. There's more to hear. Think of Hannah, who prayed for years of barrenness. She didn't give up even when hope was lost. Her faith stirred God's heart. And He gave her Samuel, a prophet who transformed a nation. That is you. Your prayers, your perseverance, your unwillingness to give up, they're stirring heaven. God answering, not only with what you've requested, but with more than you ever dared dream. This hidden thing God's revealing, it's about your voice. You're not supposed to be silenced. Your story, your faith, your truth. They're supposed to be listened to. Whether it's within your family, your career, or the world at large, God's giving you a platform. Your words will have His power, motivating others, breaking chains, lighting the way. You're not merely chosen. You're commissioned to speak. You'll say, I'm not enough. I don't have the strength. But that's not true. God doesn't compare you to the world's measurements. And He doesn't see beyond your exterior. He looks into your heart, your faith, your willingness. Consider Jeremiah, summoned as a young adult who didn't feel ready. God informed him in Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. You're sanctified. And God's empowering you now. Now, imagine this. A life where all struggles are opportunities. Where you meet challenges with peaceful assurance, trusting God's already paved the way. That's what's happening. You're not basing your confidence on your ability. It's based on His promise. Psalm 18 verse 2 states, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer." With Him as your base, nothing can move you. And this isn't just for today. It's for tomorrow. God's constructing something in you that will endure. The prosperity heading your way. It's for building legacies. The peace you're gaining. It's for imparting to others. The power you're developing. It's for lifting up those who can't stand. You're not only blessed. You're a blessing. A vessel of God's love to the world. The enemy will attempt to shatter this. He'll introduce you to whispers of uncertainty, moments of turmoil, even individuals who question your way. But those are just trials. You've endured more and emerged stronger. Ephesians 3 verse 20 states, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine." God's power working in you is greater than any obstacle. You're unstoppable. So what do you do now? Keep going, that dream you've carried in your heart, chase it. That step you've been too afraid to take, take it. That prayer you've whispered, pray it out loud. God's moving and He's waiting for you to move with Him. Each act of faith gets you one step closer to the life He's promised. Don't wait. Move forward now. And a reminder, subscribe to Stand in Faith with thousands of chosen one souls with me. Your support keeps this message alive, sharing it with those in need. Click that subscribe button now and stick with me. God's got more to reveal. This is a change of vision. God opening your eyes so that you can see what others do not. Opportunities hidden are coming into view. Connections that once seemed impossible are emerging. You are not merely looking at the world, you are seeing God's purpose happening in it. This vision is your strength, leading you to make decisions that will please Him. Consider Elisha, who saw God's armies when others only saw foes. His eyes were open to divine reality. That's you now. Where others are looking at obstacles, you are looking at possibilities. Where others are looking at lack, you are looking at provision. God's giving you spiritual sight, revealing the way to your breakthrough. Have faith in what you see. It's His truth guiding you. And here's what's ahead. A life of impact. Not mere survival, but thriving in ways that transform lives. Your success will finance dreams. Your restoration will bring hope. Your faith will ignite revival. God's not only transforming your situation. He's using you to transform the world. Matthew 5 verse 16 states, "Let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." That's your call. You may sense the gravity of this moment, the urgency of it. That's not fear. It's expectation. Your spirit knows what's impending. It's why you're here, why you're listening. God Himself speaking to you, calling you to stand up. Don't back away. Don't question. You were created for this, fashioned by every test to bear His glory. And when these blessings come, they'll come in waves. A financial change that sets you free, a relationship that heals you, a purpose that fires you. This isn't a moment. It's an overflow season where God's hand touches every area of your life. Prepare yourself. It's begun already. Chosen ones, God's secret is a flow that's drawing you to a shore of promise. This isn't a ripple. It's a tidal wave drawing you into a season, where every moment beats with divine purpose. You're not drifting aimlessly. You're being led by the hand of the Creator to a destination where your mission glows brighter than ever. This is your moment to ground in His design. You endured tempests that pushed you to prove your stamina instance when the waves of life battered fiercely, jeopardizing to drag you beneath the surface. But those tempests were not designed to submerge you. They were designed to instruct you to navigate. God was teaching you how to steer, how to stand firm when all was in motion. Now the waters are settling down and your destination comes into view. Your breakthrough is nearer than you know. This is a moment of God, a moment of awakening. Imagine a seed planted in dark earth suddenly bursting forth into sunlight. That's your spirit today. God fermenting something deep inside of you. A clarity, a strength, a fire you never knew you had. Psalm 139:14 declares, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. You're his masterpiece, and he's revealing your brilliance. You may have felt like you'd been ignored, like your labor had counted for nothing. But God's been paying attention to every step. He's noticed the sacrifices you made when no one else cared. The belief you had when there was little hope. Those times weren't wasted. They were foundation pieces. Now God piling them into a foundation for your future. A strong, unmoving one, prepared for his blessings. And this is what makes this so strong. You're not only getting up, you're encouraging. Your life is becoming a beacon to others that God's promises do exist. When you go through a door, God opens it. Others see your peace, your strength, your joy. They point to Him. You're not living for yourself alone. You're a living witness, demonstrating the world what faith can accomplish. Stop right where you are and do this. Click that like button. It's a message to the universe that you're prepared for what's ahead. And post a comment with 777 below. That number has divine power, a statement that you're in alignment, God's plan. Do it now, special one, and hold my hand. There is more to tell. Consider Jonah swallowed up by the whale, believing all was lost. But God hadn't finished with him. That darkness was not his demise. It was his reboot. That is you. The moments you believed were your worst. They were God's means of turning you around. He's drawing you from the deep, putting you on a journey to answer His call. Your destiny awaits and it's greater than you think. This hidden God's making known, it's regarding your strength. You've fallen down, but you rose again each time. That is not mere strength. It's God's power operating in you. God's been preparing you to stand strong, to confront giants, to pass through fire unscathed. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 says, God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. You've borne the weight, and now you're ready for the reward. You may think, I've failed too many times. But failure isn't your story. Each misstep was a lesson. Each setback a setup for something greater. Consider Thomas, who doubted until he saw Jesus' scars. His doubt didn't disqualify him. It made him more religious. Your difficulties have not defined you. They've polished you. God's calling you now, in all your scars, to enter His plan. Now, imagine this. A life in which each day feels like a step towards destiny. In which you wake up in the knowledge that you're in exactly the place you're supposed to be. In which difficulties do not intimidate you because, you know God's already made it possible. That's what's happening. Your faith isn't in your ability. It's in His promise. He's your guide, your strength, your victory.